Hello, you friends, Mazel Tov and all of that. So I had this idea, you see, this thought where do you remember on Tool Time, you see, when Wilson would give Tim advice by using some philosophical anecdote and then Tim would go on Tool Time and butcher it. So Wilson would be like, you know, Tim, people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and then Tim would say, you know, people who build houses out of glass don't own stone. You're like, yes, that's very true, isn't it? So I came up with one of those, and I have, if you make a chili and you don't put meat in it, then you can't bitch while you eat it. And the misinterpretation would be, don't feed me meatless chili, bitch. But I don't have a story for it, you see. It's rather... Yes, I have a punchline, but I have no joke. What do you do? And the other idea I have... Do you remember those this is your brain on drug commercials, yes? I want to do one. And it would be the basic standard tradition, the egg, right? This is your brain. Crack, make it into an omelet. This is your brain on drugs. Then it will continue, you see, and it will be, this is your brain on drugs with bacon and chives. This is your brain on drugs being fed to an elderly man on whole wheat toast. Your brain on drugs is on the whole wheat toast, not the elderly man. I might have to rephrase some of this. This is the elderly man relieving himself of your brain on drugs. This is your brain on drugs going through the water treatment plant. This is your brain on drugs being made into fertilizer. This is the fertilizer created from your brain on drugs growing a tree. This is Jim. He's the man who cut down the tree that grew from your brain on drugs. This is the table that Jim's friend Kevin made from the tree that grew from your brain on drugs. This is the family that bought the table that was made from the tree that grew from your brain on drugs. This is the small child who wrote their name on the leg of that table that was made from the tree that grew from your brain on drugs. Something. Child is now grown up, sitting nude in a beanbag chair eating brownies. This is your brain on drugs. Because you see, the whole story is the drug trip, you see, because that's the kind of stuff you think about when you're on the drugs. I assume that's that I don't do the drugs, so I don't know if that. Occasionally I like to do a couple whippets and think about what would happen if the Ninja Turtles were vegan, but I mean, I don't think that's doing drugs. That's just going to turn the camera off now. But not because I'm about to do whippets, which I am most certainly not about to do. Say hello to the space giraffe. I, as always, will my fingers, dude.